I got to ask Leigh Whannell, Adam, the very important question that we have talked about many times on this channel.
Yep.
I got to ask directly from the horse's mouth, is Adam alive? Welcome home, horror fans. My name's Adam.
And I'm Zoe, and we finally met Leigh Whannell.
Yes,
Yay!
we did it. We met Leigh Whannell. Leigh Whannell, the creator of Saw, the reason why we really started this horror channel in the first place almost. It was a big deal. We managed to secure tickets to his new film premiere, Wolfman, and of course, we were incredibly excited to meet the man
we were
himself.
so excited. And let me just tell you, this event came up quickly.
It came out of nowhere.
Like,
just an email came through that there was this opportunity to win tickets to the premiere, and just in fine writing it said, Leigh Whannell is going to be appearing at this Melbourne premiere. And I freaked out. This is like a big opportunity. We'd never met any of the Saw cast before.
We didn't need to stalk anyone. Like, we could literally meet Leigh.
We could meet Leigh Whannell.
Yeah.
And so anyway, let's start at the start of the night. So we get to the place where it's being held, which is Crown here in Melbourne, Crown Casino. We were a little bit early. I decided to bring Billy himself because I thought that, spoiler alert, that I'd get a little signature, which we'll reveal a bit closer later, from Leigh. So of course, Leigh was getting a lot of attention as I was walking around in public, holding him, as he would, as he deserves. And I know you didn't love the attention at the start. It was
I was like, fucking hide that thing. I'm over it.
Everyone's
I'm
staring.
on 4 hours sleep. I don't want to invite people to come talk to me right now.
Zoe had dressed up especially for this premiere. She was wearing her slippers, the shirt she had worn before, the night before, 4 hours sleep. She was not having it. She was not really super ready for it.
And then all the photos came back and I saw my slippers in every shot. And I'm like, oh no.
But yeah, we were walking around with Billy. Besides a bunch of strangers that were staring at us, we did actually bump into one of Horror Source's fans,
Yes.
our first recognition in public, Cole, if you're watching. It was great to talk to you.
Oh, it was lovely to meet you, Cole.
It was great. It was great to meet a fan in the wild. We got a photo with Cole. We had time to kill before it was starting, so that was nice. That was great.
It was good.
And of course, we had to queue up. We got in line. It was quite a busy event, of course. The cinema was packed. It was a real premiere.
Oh, yeah. It was like to the brim.
To the brim.
Yeah.
This was actually the first premiere of Wolfman because there was one in LA which had to be cancelled due to the fires. So this is Leigh's first real premiere, and he'd brought a number of his crew as well, which was really, really cool. And as we lined up, we decided, of course, we would take the very front row of the cinema, which nobody wants the front row of the cinema because it's the worst seat in the house. But we would specifically head towards the front, which no one was sitting in because we knew Leigh was going to come down and do a speech right in front of us.
And to be fair, I think a lot of the people at this event didn't realize that.
I don't know if
Leigh
they did
was
or
gonna
not.
Be there.
Yeah, we obviously had a really good idea there because it was very easy to get front row seats. Now it's a terrible spot. We did watch Wolfman.
Oh my God, my
row
neck hurts so bad after that.
the whole time, but it was a price we were willing to pay to be able to sit right in front of Leigh. And when he came down, he was introduced and he came down that aisle and he walked right in front of us. He literally stood right in front of us to give the opening speech and talk about the film.
I was joking about how I could literally nearly touch him.
Yes.
Like, it was
I mean, we were right there. and it was
there.
hard not to just get up and give him a hug right then. Let's be honest.
Like,
but
shut up, Leigh. Let's just talk about Saw already.
we had to be very respectful, of course. You know, he was there for a reason. He had to work. We did get some attention holding, of course, Billy right in the front row. So he did say a little hello right at the start, which was cool. And he did his little speech. He brought out his crew. He was very professional. When he briefly did point us out at the start, though, we were a little bit concerned because it was such a brief little point to us.
Yeah, I was concerned bringing Billy at all because I was like, oh, I don't know. He's promoting another film.
Yes,
I don't want him to feel like, we
didn't want to
don't care
derail
about
Wolfman.
We just want to know about Saw.
But, he gave a great speech. He was very good about it. We sat, we watched the movie, of course, thinking about meeting Leigh the whole time after the fact. And
no, because I thought that Leigh was just going to dip straight away.
Zoe was so sure that Leigh was not going to stick around for a photo or anything. He was just going to disappear.
I didn't think so because the thing is usually a Q&A happens at the end of the film.
Yeah.
And then that would make more sense if like a meet and greet was to happen after that. But he kind of came out, did a speech, and then left. And I was like, oh, well, that's it. Like, we're not going to get much else.
Well, he did watch the movie with everybody.
He did watch the movie with everyone, but of course told us all to stay for the credits.
Yes.
And then when I turned around during the credits, he was nowhere to be seen. So I'm like, well, he's
By
just
the time
gone.
the credits had rolled, him and most of his crew had left their reserve seating in the middle of the cinema, and they had gone. So at first you might think maybe they did just disappear and had a good chance to get out. But we had a friend pointing over towards the lobby. He's out there. He's out there. And
we stayed for the entire credits as well.
Yeah. And he was, we didn't have to rush out per se, but we made our way out to the cinema, and right outside the door of the cinema, we didn't have to go very far. There he was. He was standing right there at the exit talking to fans. And that's when, of course, we knew we're going to get to talk to Leigh Whannell. We're going to get to talk to him. We're going to get a photo with him. He was very patient with people he was talking to. He was getting photos. He wasn't rushing anybody. And, we got to, of course, chat to him very briefly, mention that we were very big fans, that we made a YouTube channel.
Which he surprisingly seemed very interested in.
Yes, yeah, he did.
He seemed like he really wanted to check it out, and he told us to follow him on
Blue Sky.
Another social media app, and he said he'd check out the channel. I don't know if we've done that yet, but...
He did say to reach out. He did mention he was on socials. He asked us about the channel. He was very happy actually to see Billy. He did see him. Of course, I did ask for a signature, and I'll show a close-up of what it says, but effectively he wrote a very nice little message saying, this guy, because it's like, obviously, Billy, this guy, and a really great signature. Just like pulled this off perfectly.
It's a great spot as well.
We got a great photo with him, and he couldn't have looked happier in it. He was beaming. We also I gave him a very big hug. It just felt right.
And then you made me give him a big hug.
And I forced Zoe to give him a hug just because, like, you're never going to get a chance to give him a hug probably ever again. And I want to make sure you do give him a big hug, because now you can say you gave Leigh Whannell a very big hug, which was awesome. And for everybody at home who's been watching this video, the most important part of this video is that I got to ask Leigh Whannell, Adam, the very important question that we have talked about many times on this channel.
Yep.
I got to ask directly from the horse's mouth, is Adam alive? I asked him, okay? And he gave a very emphatic response and even a big hand gesture. He's dead.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
He did a big cross. He said, he's dead. Adam is dead. And I think for me, hearing that directly, I'm not even going to question it again, ever again.
No.
He was so emphatic about Adam being dead. He is never going to return as Adam in this storyline. The conversation's over, guys.
Yeah,
we have
that's it.
This is it.
We can stop our speculation.
There's no more speculation.
Hearing that, I mean, it's a shame we didn't get to film it, but of course the moment was quite intimate for us. We wanted to keep it
there was
between
a lot going
us.
on.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
But he was very adamant.
Very, very adamant.
Very adamant that he is dead.
He's very
and
dead.
now I feel like I can cross that off my Saw What If list. I can cross it off the things that we don't know about Saw, because from the horse's mouth, Adam is dead.
Yes. I mean, this is the guy that if he was ever going to come back, he would have to be the guy to do it. No one else can do it. So hearing that direct, it was kind of nice in a way to get a definite answer.
And to hear it from him to us.
Yes.
Like it was pretty cool.
And I'm proud of myself too, because, in the end of the day, when you have these moments and you meet these big stars, you freak out and you don't think. Your brain doesn't work. And I had planned this question very early in advance, knowing that we were going to meet him. I thought, I'm going to get an opportunity to ask him a question here. I need it to count. It's like, what is the one question I really want to ask Leigh Whannell about the Saw franchise? And so I had this question loaded for a long time, ready to go. And I was very glad to get it out, because I feel like I've just flubbed the opportunity many times meeting any celebrities before. So really great to hear it from Adam himself. Adam is laid to rest. Okay, guys, it's something we can at least hold on to, which is great. And we also found out that Leigh Whannell is one of the nicest guys alive.
Oh my God. I really can't wait to meet some of the other people
Cast
in the
members,
Saw universe, because if they're all as nice as Leigh Whannell, then I'm 100% front and center.
Yeah.
He was a lovely bloke.
So
he
great.
was the first famous person that I've met where it just felt so genuine.
So genuine, right? He was
yeah.
just so warm.
Yeah.
And I think that part of that's also, I guess, because he's Australian, there's that connection a little bit too.
Melbourne boy.
Yeah, exactly. So it felt like just a very genuine guy, very, very down to earth, which was cool. So look, it's a very different experience. We couldn't believe that Leigh Whannell would be the first cast member of Saw
that we would meet.
That we would ever meet. We did plan to go and meet a couple of the guys previously and go to a convention. It just didn't happen.
We also tried to stalk Costas Mandylor.
We tried to stalk Costas Mandylor.
I again got a little bit scared about that.
Costas Mandylor was in our neighborhood a couple of weeks ago, but he doesn't respond to our Instagram message.
We tried. And
I don't think he knows how to use Instagram, in all honesty. But
it's so funny because when I found out he was in St. Kilda, I messaged you and I said, you have to message him. I have a really good feeling about this. We're going to be able to meet him. He's going to respond.
No.
Never did. And then this competition comes around to meet Leigh Whannell and I said, we have to do it. We're going to get in. I've got a really good feeling about this. So 1 out of 2 is pretty good.
As always, guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.
See you next time, guys.
Game over.